Hello, worthy women. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Worthy Wednesday. I hope y'all are having a great week. I cannot believe that it's Wednesday already. Sometimes I feel like my days run together. Um, it has definitely been a transition. I was spoiled quite a bit by living in Arizona and not having to change time for the last 4 years. And it was so awkward to me to change time. And I don't know why, because in New Mexico we change time all the time, fall back, spring forward. I was totally used to all that. But when I moved to Arizona, I thought, man, this is such a great plan. All states should adopt this. And I was really happy that I didn't have to do it. But moving out to the Pacific Northwest is what they call it, has really caused me to have some angst a little bit in adjusting to the time. But anyway, thank God, Oregon and Washington and Nevada, California, they have all decided they're not going to do that next year. So I pray we don't have to do it in the fall, because I'm like, woo, getting up early made it getting up even earlier. Anyway, happy Worthy Wednesday. Worthy women, I'm so happy to see you. A lot of things I want to talk about today, but I have kind of sort of decided, sorry, the dog was distracting me. Sorry about that. I have kind of decided to focus on one thing in particular because I feel like it's so relevant. And since 2021 is definitely the year of me, I want to make sure that I continue in that space. But I felt like today I needed to take a break from that, just briefly, because I wanted to talk about something that I believe is necessary, not just for me, but I do believe it'll also be necessary for you. So it's hard to believe that today is April 14th. Tomorrow's April 15th, which is normally IRS day, and y'all got to file your taxes, but I do believe they've given us an extension. I mean, I filed mine already, but it's hard to believe that we have already come to the fourth month of 2021. Thank God for his grace and his mercy for all of us still being here. And last week when I talked about Change Me, it was a lot of things that made me think about areas in my life specifically that I need to continue to work on, and why I'm resistant to change in certain things, and why I need to be aware of changing me, and why I need to be dedicated to the fact that I need to change myself more than once. Like, so what if I did it when I was 26? I need to make sure that I change. And by doing that, I take action. I move from where I am and go to the place that I'm supposed to be in. But I want to talk to you today about rest. Now, this is going to be completely ironic for the people who really know me. Not that I'm an anti-rester. I think I would more likely say I'm an anti-be stiller. I do not like to be still. I'm not sure if that's because I don't want to sit. I just think sometimes I can be a little inquisitive. I won't say I'm nosy. I will say that I'm inquisitive. And at times, I feel like resting is pointless. And here's the beauty of this, worthy women, because I'm talking about me and not y'all. I can talk about me, but there have been certain times in my life that I felt that rest was unnecessary, and I didn't really have time for that because I got stuff to do, and resting would just slow me down from getting everything I needed to do done. So I often neglect rest in my life. So maybe you do and maybe you don't, but tonight you don't have to worry because I'm only talking about me. So let's talk about it for just a few minutes. Now, y'all, I am, my parents are my mom's from North Carolina, my dad's from Georgia. The East Coast is absolutely stunning. There's green everywhere. Kind of like out here in Portland and in Washington. There's green everywhere. The trees are beautiful. There's rivers, there's lakes, oh my gosh, the scenery. What God has created out here is phenomenal, okay? But one thing that I have been accustomed to my entire life is the sun. We lived in New Mexico. That's where my dad retired from after serving in the military. And I tell you that there is a lot of sunlight there. And yes, New Mexico does have seasons. Okay, we do kind of sort of have, well, we have winter, not like real winter. We do have snow sometimes, not every year. Most years you can go outside. I remember one year the girls, Gianna got a bike, Anaje got a car, like a not miniature, but a real life-size car that she could drive, and it was sunny, so they got to go outside, and Gianna got to ride her bike, Anaje got to drive her car. It's great. It's totally great. So there's always a lot of sun, okay? And when I lived in Arizona, it's sunny there probably 362 days a year, and I am not exaggerating. It was a different kind of heat when I moved there, and it took me a little bit to get acclimated because it's hotter there than it is in Alamogordo. But y'all, when I tell you I love the sun, I am not kidding you. Listen, I am thankful that I am already brown, but in order for me to maintain this glow that y'all see all year round, people, it's because of the SON given by the SUN. I'm sorry, it's the SUN given by the SON. My bad. Anyway, I absolutely love the sun. I can never get enough sun. I always want to go outside when it's sunny. I don't care if it's hot. Even if I'm complaining, I still love the sun. So when I moved to Oregon, and I live in Vancouver, which is Washington, but they consider that the Portland metro area. It's just over the Columbia River. Anyway, when I moved here, you guys, it was raining, right? Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Listen, I know what rain is. I'm not accustomed to it, but I know what it is. All right. In Arizona, they have what is called monsoon season. So technically it'll be like 120 outside. We'll have a thunderstorm for 45 minutes while the sun is shining, and then it'll be over. So anyway, when I moved here, I don't like gray. I don't like overcast. I certainly do not anticipate the snow. But when I tell you that the weather here went from, okay, excuse me, please, it was a little dreary, to, oh my gosh, just a torrential downpour, to, oh my God, we're having snowmageddon. Oh my gosh, I'm in the apocalypse of snow. Oh my gosh, everything is frozen. Y'all, I literally have walked the gamut of weather since I have been here. And when I tell you, when I see the sun, I go outside, that is not an exaggeration. So for the last couple of weeks, out of 7 days in the week, for 5 days, it's been sunny. So it's been sunny since Easter. He is risen. And every day I go outside when I get off work. I go outside and I will just walk around for an hour. I'll sit outside for an hour because I absolutely love the sun. I love seeing everything in all of its magnificence, in all of the light, just admiring the beauty of the earth that God created. Y'all, today, I went outside and I sat outside for an hour. I didn't do anything. I didn't talk. I didn't look at my cell phone. I just sat outside in the sun. I listened to all the trees. I listened to all the birds. I watched cars go by. I just sat there for an hour. And when I got up, I was like, I need to get my life. It's almost time for Worthy Wednesday. I don't know what I'm going to say. I got all stressed out. But for an hour, I just rested. So I came inside. I wanted to talk about 40 to 50 other things because the world is in such a dark place. There is so much violence. God in heaven help us. And it is unbelievable, the things that are happening in our world. I don't have words for it. I cannot fathom it. I am just like, Christ have mercy. Y'all, we are in a time that saying something versus doing the right thing is so drastically different. And as I was sitting outside today in the sun, I began to think about how often I have neglected rest. And so I wanted to figure out why. Why in the year of me in 2021 do I even need to think about resting? Do I need to think about why I should rest? Do I need to think about what is it necessary for? What am I learning from it? What can I grow from it? So of course, I went to the dictionary because, well, it's my best friend and I love the dictionary. So there are 3 things I want to tell you about rest that I believe are so timely for this time that we are presently faced with. So rest is, first of all, we want it. Okay. Your body will tell you that you need to rest. It will tell you politely for a very long time. Then it will tell you not so politely. And then your body will actually lay you down if you avoid rest. And I know if you've been alive longer than a day, you've experienced that in your life. We also need rest. Y'all know that, right? Okay, listen, we can't function 24 hours a day. It's impossible. The body must rejuvenate. The brain must regenerate. Everything needs to be reset in your life once a day. You cannot be your best self. You cannot be at the top of your game, in the top of your field, if you do not rest. You need it. We want it. We crave it. Listen, I don't know about you, worthy women, but there are days, literally today I was at work and I was like, man, I wish I was home so I could take a nap. Man, I wish I was just sitting in the car. Man, I wish I wasn't working right now. I have the desire to do or be somewhere else. I want to get away from the current situation that I am in, and I want to go somewhere else. But I'm going to tell you what I learned today about resting. We want it, we need it, we crave it. But can I tell you what we do, worthy women? We avoid it. We avoid resting at all costs. We will find something to keep our minds busy, our hands busy, our feet busy, because we have been conditioned in this world that if you are resting, you are losing. That if you are resting, you are not productive. That if you are resting, that so-and-so is going to beat you. You're never going to make that money. If you don't hustle and you don't grind and you don't keep moving, you aren't going to be what you could be in the world. We avoid rest. It is like the plague almost. We literally say, if you're resting, oh, why would you do that? That's not necessary. Only little people need to rest. Only little people need naps. Worthy women, as I was thinking about this today, I thought about how many years have I lived. Now, I'm not talking about my teenage, adolescent, infant, youth life. I ain't got no control over that. I'm talking about my real adult life from the time I was probably, 20-ish to just about right now. How many years have I spent avoiding rest? But my body was saying you need it. My body was also saying I'm craving it. My body was also saying I want to rest. But I was like, oh no, we're not doing that. Kari, you don't have time for that. Man up. Let's go. You got stuff to do. You got to take care of Jay. You got to get the money. You got to do this. You got to do this. I have actually learned that in the course of my life, I have made rest the enemy. Now, worthy women, I want to tell you right now, I am so happy that this is only about me. Y'all don't even have to feel bad while you're listening to this. You could just be like, Lord, help Kari. She needs so much help right now. Because I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about me. I can tell you that I have spent years, and this is a tragedy the more that I think about, avoiding the one necessary thing to be the best me that I could be, which is rest. Anyway, so let's go to the dictionary, shall we? Let's really get our rest on. So there are three things that I picked from the definition because it had like 14 parts. It had the noun, it had the verb, intransitive and transitive. It's just so many things, and I'm amazed at how rest is defined and how critical it is, not just to our survival. And let me put a pin right there and let me say this about resting. Y'all, resting is not for you to survive. Did y'all know that? See, a lot of us think that when we rest, we're doing it because it's required, which it is, but we're doing it because, well, if I don't do it, I'm not going to be able to do the things that I need to do. But see, the purpose of resting is to reset. That's why we do it. We rest to reset. I think I should write that down. I'm going to write it down for myself because I need to say it a lot. I rest to reset. Anyway, so here's what happened. I went to the dictionary, and there are 3 parts of the definition I want to cover. Number 1, rest is freedom from activity or labor. So today when I was sitting outside, there was no activity. There was no labor because I wasn't at work. I wasn't trying to do anything. I wasn't walking. I wasn't jump roping. I wasn't exercising. I was just being free. I was just sitting there enjoying everything while doing nothing. I was free from all activity and all labor. It's funny to me, worthy women, and I don't know, y'all might not be guilty of this, but I'm guilty of this. Like, I literally will go on vacation and need a vacation when I get home. Does anybody else do that? It's totally just me, because I probably am the only one who doesn't rest while they're on vacation. I feel like you got to squeeze in every little thing that you possibly can while you're on vacation. But the purpose of vacation is to rest. Isn't that ironic? We say in our head that we're taking a vacation. Well, we're going to Disney World. We're not resting. We're getting up at 3 a.m. We're going to be at the parks by 7. We're not leaving till midnight. And we're getting up again at 3 a.m. We're going to do it for 7 days in a row, because that is Disney World. I'm telling you, when our parents took us to Disneyland and Knott's Berry Farm, y'all, we didn't rest at all. We had the best time getting up early, staying out all night, coming back, going to bed, getting up early again. When we got home, we all needed to rest from our vacation, whose assignment was to give us the rest we craved from the activity and the labor that we do every single day. But instead of us resting, freedom from activity and labor, we took the same mentality to vacation. Oh my God, this is helping me. Y'all, we go on vacation with the same mindset that we have every single day at work. Hi ho, it's off to work I go. Another day, another dollar. Got to pay Uncle Sam. Time to make the donuts. There's no place in our life, not even vacation, where we are free from activity or labor. But while I sat outside, I was free. I didn't have an agenda. I didn't have any plan. I just really could have sat out there to probably about 5:50 and then came inside. Because that is the point of rest, to be free from activity and labor. So what areas in your life do you need rest from? Is it worry? Is it shame? Is it anxiety? Is it guilt? Is it frustration? Is it disappointment? What areas are you not free from yet? That rest keeps knocking at your door, but you keep telling it, I'm sorry, anxiety is here now. We're busy. Oh, I'm sorry, depression is here. We're busy. Sorry, anger and malice came over tonight and we ain't really got time. I'm sorry, gossip is here. We got stuff that we need to do. Because see, freedom from activity and labor indicates that not only does your body have an opportunity to reset, which it does need every single day, just so we're clear, but also the freedom from activity and labor gives your mind the time to reset. Now, one thing that I remembered today while I was sitting outside, in light of this first part of the definition, is that just because you're at rest, it doesn't mean that your mind isn't working. And I'm going to tell you, because I'm an overthinker. When I tell y'all I am an overthinker, there is not one thing that I have looked at, ever been presented with, that I haven't analyzed at least 100 times. At least. I've looked at every angle. I have looked at many scenarios, because one of the things I love to do, number one, is learn. Number two, I really like to be right. Number three, I like to be an expert when it comes to things that people ask me. So I will do my homework to be well read in order to speak eloquently on the subject that you gave me, because I want to win. I'm just going to tell you, aren't you glad this is about me and not you? So if you do those things, it's okay. We can be soul sisters. But I'm telling you, I do that because I don't want my mind to rest. Because here's what happens when your mind is resting. You begin to think of the areas that you really need to work on. See, we can plug in a lot of things that we do in our head, our work, our children, our spouse, our home, our finances, our budget, our side hustle, whatever it is. We can plug in so many things into our day that physically we can be at rest, but mentally we're still going. So I find it interesting. One of the things that I've learned, that when you sleep, most of us don't ever hit REM sleep, which is the best sleep, because you're in complete dreamland, for real, and your body is actually resting, and your mind, all of your cells are being regenerated. Your blood flow is, your blood is starting to reflow from your toes all the way to the tip of your head. It's doing exactly what God created it to do. But most of us never reach REM sleep because we refuse to be free from activity or labor. Anyway, it's definition number one. So I'm glad y'all don't struggle with that. Definition number two, rest means peace of mind, or peace of spirit. Now, let me say this because I want to help y'all. It's peace, Peace, not peace, Piece. Because as women, I will give you a piece of my mind, even if you don't ask me. Okay, let me just keep it 100. I am only talking about me. I'm not talking about y'all. Aren't y'all happy for that? I literally will give you my 2 cents, even if you don't ask. You can ask everyone in my family if that's the truth. I will tell you what I think. I don't care if you like it. I don't even care if you ask me. I don't even care if you were remotely thinking about asking me, because I want you to know what I think. But rest means peace of mind and spirit. Okay, so here's how that breaks down. It is not an option. Resting is not an option. It's not an option not to rest, but we also feel like it's not an option to rest. How is that even possible that we think as mere mortals in reallife.com that we have the ability to choose not to rest, that we have the ability to choose not to have peace in our minds and in our hearts and in our spirit, man? How is it possible, worthy women? Wait, I'm sorry. I'm only talking about me. That I continue to think that I have the ability to run constantly at the highest functioning level and expect my mind to be as sharp as I need it to be when I refuse to rest it, renew it, and reset it. How do I keep thinking that I'm going to be exactly what God called me to be? Worthy, intelligent, strong, game changer, heart rate. How do I think I'm going to be all those things if I believe that peace of mind and peace of my spirit is not an option, because that means I have to rest? I mean, honestly, I think to myself, I need to get my whole life together. I really need to get my life together. How can I keep thinking that not resting is an option? How do I even fathom that in my mind? Oh, I'll tell you, because my mind is always working, because I keep thinking, as long as I'm thinking, as long as I'm planning, as long as I'm doing, then I am exactly who everybody needs me to be, except I'm not who I need to be for me. I find it so easy for women because we wear multiple hats all the time. Mother, wife, nurse, lawyer, CEO, preacher, pastor, sister, auntie, cousin. We wear all of these hats at the same time. Not that men don't, but women wear multiple hats at the same time. And we often feel like, and maybe not you, this is me, I'll just talk about me, that there are some days I don't feel like I can fulfill not one role that I'm in. Not one. I sometimes feel like I can barely be myself. How in the world am I going to be a mother? How in the world am I going to be a daughter? How in the world am I going to be an aunt? How in the world am I going to be a sister? Because I have decided in my head that in order for me to have peace, which is so ironic, I feel like the only way for me to have it is for me to constantly be thinking, doing, and planning. But what's the truth? Man, worthy women, what's the truth? The only way for you to be the best worthy woman is to not avoid rest. I really wonder why the world, not just the world, the church. I mean, let me just talk to the church people for just a minute. I really wonder why we don't, I don't know why we don't understand the purpose of resting. I'm befuddled. I'm not even kidding. I don't understand it. I mean, I could preach about that another day. I digress. What I'm saying is that rest is the option. Y'all, it's like, do I wear black shoes or red shoes? Rest is so far above that. Rest is just like I breathe. I need to make sure that I'm cultivating rest, not just in my physical body, but in my mind, in my emotions. I need it. I need it. So as I was sitting outside today, I recognized how much rest I do not have. Now I'm going to tell you, it takes years to be tired. You don't get tired in a day. No, you don't. Oh, no, 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 no. You don't. And I can think back to when I was 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, all the way up till the time I was 24. I had Gianna when I was 24. I turned 25 that December after she was born in July. And I can tell you, I didn't know what tired was until about the time I became a mother. People say you're tired because you're young, you got to figure it out. There's so many life changes. They go through all these things. But I'm going to tell you something, worthy women. The level of tiredness I experienced was not from being a mother. I mean, your body cultivates a womb for your baby to grow. That's how God made you. So I have the capacity to have a baby. Thanks be to God. And she came out. She was strong and healthy. Thanks be to God for that. But y'all, I didn't get tired because I was a mama. Because see, what happens with rest is we blame it on things in our lives. Well, I'm tired, or I'm not resting because I have to be a mother. I'm not resting because I have to be a wife. I'm not resting because I'm a CEO. I'm not resting because I'm a nurse. I'm not resting because I have too many responsibilities at work. But that's not the truth. That's not why me. That's not why I'm not resting. See, I used to think that the reason why I was tired and the reason why I didn't rest was because of all the circumstances in my life, all the circumstances that were going on in my head and in my heart. I thought the reason why I wasn't resting was because I had too many things going on and I needed to start, trimming things back and making different choices and cutting things out. Oh, no, worthy women. The reason why Carrie was tired was because Carrie believed that she was more worthy and more valuable and more than who she really was because she had so many things to do. Because now I have all of these extra responsibilities. Because now I have all of these titles. Because now I've gone to graduate school. And because now I've graduated from graduate school. And now I'm working on my PhD. I thought, oh my God, I'm tired because I'm just tired. No, I'm tired because I won't choose to rest. Y'all, I literally want to slap myself because I have for years, God help me, made the excuse that I'm just tired. I'm tired of life. I'm tired of circumstances. I'm tired of frustration. I'm tired of hate. I'm tired of depression. I'm tired of it. Wait, hold on, worthy women. Now, actually, you might and you could be tired of those things. But what tired is really informing you of is that you haven't rested. You have avoided the very thing that is necessary to reset, renew your entire being. I was sitting outside and all I could think about is, how come I'm not tired right now? How come I feel so relaxed? How come I feel so energized? How come I feel so rejuvenated? And y'all, I was sitting. I wasn't doing anything. I was sitting on the sidewalk, just sitting. The sun felt wonderful. I think I got a tan for real. I was just sitting there. And I had never felt more peace. Just sitting. I wasn't doing anything. And I said, how come I don't feel tired right now? How come I don't feel tired? Anyway, so I got up, right? Of course, because here I am talking to y'all. I got up and I came inside and I felt tired. And then I thought to myself, Carrie, girl, your mind is playing tricks on you. But then I realized, no, it isn't. The reason why I didn't feel tired while I was sitting was because I was resting. I was free from activity and or labor. I had peace of mind. I had peace in my spirit, man, because I had no agenda. I just wanted to be in the sun. And here is the final definition of rest that took me completely out. Rest is something that is used for support. Okay, first of all, I really just want to turn off the live because I don't even want to talk about this no more. Y'all, why do I have fatigue in my mind? Why does my body think that rest is not necessary? Because I'm sorry, not y'all, me. Because I think I don't need anybody to support me. I don't need support from you, from my mama, from my sister, from my kid. I don't need nobody. Don't y'all walk around? Y'all hear people saying that all the time. It's just me against the world. What the heck are we talking about? Why do we make things that are untrue popular? Why do we do that? Why do we say it's just me for my kid? I got to do this. It's all about me and my grind, blah, blah, blah. Y'all, first of all, it is bull crap and we should stop that. Second of all, do you know that is not how we are designed to function? Rest is something that is used for support. When you rest, you are able to get support. That means your body and your mind are able to be renewed and to reset, which then provides the strength for you to get up and walk on. Wait, what? You mean when I make a decision to rest, I can find support? I can find something or someone that will tell me, Kari, what you're doing is the right thing. Kari, these choices that you're making are going to help you continue on with your journey. Kari, because you chose to rest, your body can heal itself. Wait, hold on, people. Listen. The way that the Lord designed the body, it is designed to heal itself. Not saying that we don't need modern medicine because God created all things. But there are so many things that could be fixed if we as people would take what rest is supposed to be for. It's for the support of your mind, the support of your spirit, the support of your physical body, the support of your emotions, the support of you being able to do the things that you were called to do. Rest allows you to reset. Y'all, I recognize today that the reason why so many of us walk around saying, I'm tired, is not because you're sleepy, because you're not sleepy, because you go to bed at nighttime. We walk around saying, I'm tired because we will not rest. Worthy women, I'm not talking about you. I'm literally just talking about myself. And honestly, right now, I'm talking to myself. There's a part of me that craves the sun because I love how the sun feels. I love how the world feels as it sits under the sun. The S-U-N and the S-O-N. But today, I understood the importance of rest. I understood the difference between me saying something I'll regret and tempering my tongue is rest. The difference from me making a decision because I'm angry, because I'm hurt, because I'm disappointed, and me using wisdom and wise counsel and seeking the Lord is rest. The difference between me being in a relationship that I know I shouldn't be in and making a decision to walk out of that relationship is rest. The objective of the world is to keep you tired. And let me just tell you what that word really means. That word means busy. And let me tell you what that word really means. That word means broken. See, broken people need rest more than anybody else. Because how do you, thank you, Lord. Gianna fractured her thumb. She had a transversal fracture in her thumb. She had never been injured. Never. Went to the orthopedic surgeon, had to have an x-ray. And he said, okay, well, Gianna, I'm going to need you to say it with me. Rest your thumb for about 6 weeks. The type of fracture that it was didn't require surgery. Thanks be to God. But he said where the fracture was in her thumb, the only way that it would heal is if she rested. Well, because my daughter is a champion. Hello, because I raised her to be one. She looked at the doctor and she said, I have a volleyball tournament in 6 weeks and it's in Denver and it's the biggest one. So am I going to be able to play in that? And the doctor looked at me and I just put my head down and he said, well, Gianna, I don't know. He said, but I really want you to rest your thumb. I don't want you hitting the ball. So she, in her brilliance, said, Well, how long before I can start practicing? Now, y'all, the doctor had just said he wanted her to rest for six weeks. The tournament is 6 weeks away. Okay, in her mind, all she heard was, that's the tournament date. I can't do that, doc. And so he said, well, Gianna, I don't know. He said, I don't know how your bone will heal. You know, you're younger, so it heals much faster than when you're older. Something about that too. But my daughter said, well, what are the other options that we have available? So the orthopedic surgeon looked at me and I just shook my hand. So he said, okay, I'll see you again in 2 weeks. We'll do another x-ray, see how your thumb is doing. Okay, fine. So we came back in 2 weeks. The thumb had healed a little, not a lot, a little, okay? And he gave Gianna a different type of brace. It was more like a silicone thumb that she could slide her thumb into, and they could wrap it so her thumb would stay stable. So then my daughter said, well, am I able to practice? He was like, no, I still don't want you hitting the ball. Like, I really want you to keep your thumb still. Like, you can go to practice. Now, I'm just telling y'all, she'd already been going to practice for the last 2 weeks. She wasn't hitting because I didn't allow it. But now, since she had on a different brace, she determined in her mind, well, it's not the first one. So this one is a little bit more flexible, so I should be able to go. Okay, so we went to practice. Okay, I went to the bathroom, whatever. I came back out, and what was my daughter doing? Yeah, she was hitting the ball. I was like, Gianna. Coach was like, mom. I was like, coach, it's a no for me. Listen, if she enters her thumb, it could break for real. Then she's out. Like, she can't come back. She might have to have surgery, blah, blah, blah. Mom, don't worry. We got it. I'm telling you that story because we were avoiding what was necessary to heal. Now, of course, it was fine. Gianna's thumb was fine. We kept it wrapped up. She played. They did a phenomenal job in Denver. It's fine. Okay, end of story. But how much easier would it have been, worthy women, if we would have just been willing to listen to what the doctor ordered? How much easier would it have been if I would have made decisions in my life when I realized that I needed to rest? It wasn't because I wasn't capable. It wasn't because I was at the wrong place at the wrong time. It wasn't because these were the wrong people. It wasn't because it was the devil. It didn't have anything to do with that. What if the reason why certain circumstances and certain situations manifested in my life was because I refused to rest? I refused to get to a place where I could be free from activity and labor. I could have peace in my mind and in my spirit, and I could use resting for support to reset. Because see what happens as her thumb was inside of that support, it was helping the bones fuse back together. It was supporting her thumb so she would be able to regain full motion in that thumb. So I wonder if I would stop avoiding the very thing I need in order to heal, how different would my life really be? So worthy women, I'm not going to challenge you to do too many things, because I believe there's only one thing we need to do for the rest of 2021, and that's rest. I think you need to find the reasons why you have been avoiding it for a very long time. I think you need to take this opportunity, a God-given opportunity, to reevaluate why the very thing that you have needed has always been available, but I keep walking away from it. Y'all, I need to rest because I don't want to look back over my life and think, what could I have become? What could I have done? Who could I have helped if I would have rested when I had the opportunity? Worthy women, it's still sunny outside, so guess what I'm about to do when I close this video? I'm about to rest outside about 5 more minutes. I can't wait to see you next Wednesday, and I hope between now and then every day you take an opportunity to rest. I'll see you again.